Hello and welcome to Common Sense. I'm your host, Kenley Hargett. Mayor of Chicago, Rahm Emanuel, has asked the police superintendent for his resignation. This comes in light of the shooting of Laquan McDonald, the 17-year-old that was shot by a police officer in the Chicago police. This really bothers me because this is one of the few times you actually see a mayor coming to the forefront and making a change in the police system.
I formally asked for his resignation. The superintendent, Gary's record at the Chicago Police Department is a strong one and one that he can be proud of. I'm grateful for his service to the city. He has both modernized the police department and brought real results for the people of the city of Chicago. But now is the time for fresh eyes and new leadership to confront the challenges the department and our community and our city are facing as we go forward.
The police system many times marginalizes African Americans and other minorities for reasons just simply of the color of their skin. But here's the difference between an African American and violent city of Chicago shooting another African American versus when an African American is shot by somebody of another race. The difference is this: many times when African American or black on black crime happens, those two people, either someone's dead or the person goes straight to jail. Well, in this circumstance of Laquan McDonald, the 17-year-old that was shot multiple times by a Chicago police officer, that police officer was not put in jail. That's the main difference. People need to understand it's not just about ending black on black crime, which is very important and should be ended, but it's more about understanding about how the justice system marginalizes people of minority or people of color for no reason. This is something about the police system that needs to change, and if it doesn't change soon, you're going to see more rioting and more protests, not just from the Black Lives Matter movement, but from other movements across the United States. Former Mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani, said that a small fraction of people, very small, I'm talking probably less than 100 people, were actually cheering after 9/11 occurred. This comes off the debate of Donald Trump saying that thousands were cheering after 9/11 that were Muslim. Once again, don't isolate the people by their Rudy Giuliani and hundreds of people. All right. Former Mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani, says that hundreds of people actually did cheer after 9/11. This comes after debate from Donald Trump saying that thousands cheered that were part of the Muslim faith. Do not equate a group of people with something evil because they're just Muslims. It's not right to do that. Muslims, or people that celebrate Islam, are not all terrorists. It's a small group. We've looked at history. There are Christian martyrs, there are Christian terrorists, there are Muslim terrorists, there are terrorists of every group and age group around the world at one time. You cannot say that only one group is evil. This is wrong, and it's something that the United States is not about. All men were created equal. That's what our founding fathers say, and this should be equivalent and should account for everyone in the United States. Here's something that many fathers cannot do for their daughters, but will try very hard throughout their entire lifetime. A billionaire has bought a brand new diamond for his 7-year-old daughter that cost $48.4 million. Can you imagine that? Honestly, giving your daughter a $48.4 million diamond. Why? Because you can. This is something that really shows kind of inhumanity. This guy would rather spend $48.4 million to buy his 7-year-old a diamond instead of helping people and feeding people across the world. Yes, it's your money. You earned it however any way you got it. You can do whatever you want with it. Nobody can tell you differently. But really, people need to start thinking about people. It's about helping one another. If you can't help someone in this world, then guess what? You're not a good person. Each one of us, we're born with nothing and we'll die with nothing. You can't take it with you. Why not support one another and help each other to help more people be fed? Healthcare. Many people don't even have access to that. It's time to stop thinking about profits and self-gratification and start thinking about how we can help one another in this country. Now for all you sports fans, the legendary Kobe Bryant, Mr. Kobe Bryant, the man who's Yeah. Now for all you sports fans, legendary player Kobe Bryant is officially retiring. He's saying, "I'm done with the game. This is letting me down. This breaks my heart," because Kobe was one of my favorite players growing up and will always be one of my favorite players.
I mean, I've known for a while, right? And I've always said, if anything changes, then, I'll change my mind. But, the problem became for me, it's, what does that really mean? I mean, a decision like this, you can't make that decision based on, outside circumstances. I mean, it has to be an internal decision. And finally, I just had to just accept the fact that I don't want to do this anymore. You know, and I'm okay with that. And you know, once I accepted that, then it became time to just let everybody know. I mean, why not? I mean, it's just, you know, it takes a load off my shoulders and everybody else's, and I think it's just the right thing to do.
He spent his entire career with the Los Angeles Lakers and has many highlights, including scoring 81 points against the Toronto Raptors. Seeing Kobe Bryant leave is a big deal across the entire sports world. This guy has changed many opinions on basketball and has led in a great life and great career. Yes, Kobe had a few times where he shouldn't have done what he shouldn't have done, but at the same time, think of the many contributions he's made to the game and also to African Americans in general. He's a positive role model. The man has 2 kids and a wife that he's been married to since he started his career. Kobe Bryant will always be remembered not just as a scorer, but as a person who completely changed the game. I heard also on ESPN that before he decided to retire, he called Michael Jordan up and told him that he's thinking about stepping down. Future superstars such as Derrick Rose, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, they're going to call Kobe when they think about stepping down. Why? Because it's showing respect to the people that made them who they are today. I hope the future superstars of the world will never forget Kobe Bryant and all the contributions that he's done.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
They were looking right at us.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Ballerina. Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Hello and welcome back to Common Sense. We have some very special guests today. We have 2 journalists from Brazil. I'd like to introduce to Cristiana, Alani, and also John, their interpreter. Hi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So how does it feel to be in America?
Como se sente vocês estarem aqui nos Estados Unidos?
É muito bom estar aqui, ainda mais pelo propósito que a gente veio, que é através do nosso trabalho, que é o mesmo que a gente faz no Brasil, e a gente vem procurar experiências aqui nos Estados Unidos, especialmente em Atlanta, a respeito do mesmo que a gente trabalha, que é com comunicação comunitária.
So it's very good to be here. It's work, similar work like we're doing in Brazil, and the purpose to be here is to find out and meet more people that's in our industry of communication.
So what do you guys hope to accomplish through your time here?
O que você gostaria de realizar enquanto a sua visita aqui nos Estados Unidos?
Já estamos realizando, que é ter acesso a ambientes como esse aqui. É muito gratificante ver jovens que trabalham com comunicação, produzindo comunicação comunitária, jovens negros, e isso no Brasil é novo. A gente tem feito isso como vanguarda, e a experiência de vocês nos inspira muito.
It's a pleasure to be here to see the involvement of the blacks and the black youth in this type of program. And we do this in Brazil, which is very new and innovative, not as established as it is here. So it's very good to be here and to participate and get ideas from the shows here.
So one of the biggest questions I want to ask you, what are some of the main, you just said it's a little different than being back in Brazil. When you first landed in America, what was it? How did you feel? What did you see that was so much different than Brazil life?
Vocês dizem que a respeito dos dois países, que é pouco diferente lá do que cá. Então, quando vocês pousaram aqui nos Estados Unidos, o que foi que vocês pensaram assim que pousaram aqui?
Aqui em Atlanta, especificamente, o que eu me senti mais impressionada e ao mesmo tempo feliz é a questão da inserção dos negros na maioria das partes dos ambientes que no Brasil a gente só vê brancos tomando conta. Então, principalmente com o que a gente trabalha, que é a comunicação, que a gente não tem muito espaço para os negros, a gente vê vocês protagonizando todos esses ambientes. Para mim é muito gratificante e muito inspirador. Eu acho que eu quero voltar para Atlanta para aprender mais com vocês e para voltar para o Brasil e buscar tudo isso, reivindicando e também atuando, porque para além da reivindicação a gente tem que atuar.
So what I like when I first came is that here in Atlanta there are blacks fulfilling roles that mostly in Brazil are filled by whites, and so you know it's very, very inspiring and very gratifying seeing that here. So what we hope to do is when we go back to kind of like incentivate that there so that it can become reality there just like it is here.
And last question, are there any foods or different activities that you guys are looking forward to trying or doing?
Tem algumas comidas ou algumas atividades que vocês gostariam de participar quando estarem aqui?
Em relação às atividades, Atlanta é muito fascinante, justamente pelo que Cristiana coloca, que é em relação ao desenvolvimento da comunidade negra. Isso nos inspira muito. Um dos lugares que fomos ontem foi no Museu dos Direitos Civis e é um lugar fascinante. É muito bom ver como a memória da luta pelos direitos civis é muito viva e reverbera em todos os espaços sociais dessa cidade, que é diferente, mas é muito parecida com Salvador, que é a cidade que Cristal, a produtora dessa atividade, foi e que pôde conhecer.
So one of the good things that, as far as like activities, what we did yesterday, we went to the Civil Rights Museum, and so the good things is the preservation and the memory of what happened with the black history and things like that, and also to be a part of being here and meeting Crystal, who also participated in a similar program in Brazil.
Obrigado.
Obrigada.
Obrigado.
You're welcome.
And John, thank you so much for interpreting. Obrigado to you too. And thank you so much for watching Common Sense with me, Kenley Hargett. If you'd like to follow us behind the scenes, you can follow me on Snapchat at KenleyTV or email me at comsensetv@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you again.